Let's consider next topic in application of approach of clone problems, approach of method of analogy. Let me show for you interesting side of physical contradiction. Physical contradiction can be applicable as tools for using of method of analogy also. Right now I'll try to show for you. Okay. We will skip this example because you obtained this example in our previous topic. It is using of similar scenarios for solve a problem. We are our knowledge from scenarios. We are knowledge from trends of engineering system evolution. I think you remember this example. I'll skip this example, and maybe later even we will show for you implementation of dynamization in other real projects. It can be a project about Velvet. In Velvet we use. We applied dynamization for solve the problem of customers. Well, right now I'll skip it because you know this example. By the way, here you see my email. I remember you have this email in your textbook, and if you will have interest or if you have some additional question, please send me letters with your questions, and I will answer to you obligatory. Okay, let's consider tool with name harmful machine theory. In this tool, we must define important direction of thinking. This tool considers situation with using of disadvantage as main categories, because we think the people development technical system in direction for killed of disadvantage, and during this process the people inventors use maximum cheaper resources. It is main idea from these tools, and let me explain it more detail. As you remember from our previous steps of education, we consider we use in our practice some classification system of resources. And some classification system of resources have, our classification system of resources have several categories. Categories of substance, categories of field, categories of space, categories of time, and categories of information. Need of peoples and information about cost. It is important resources for create new invention. But main resources in evolution of techniques I define. It was disadvantage, and disadvantage located in central part. And every disadvantage can be correspond with substance. Some disadvantage can be correspond with field. Some disadvantage can correspond with space. Some disadvantage can correspond with time. Some disadvantage can correspond with information area.
문제가 없는 기술 시스템은 없습니다. 문제점이 없는 기술 시스템은 없어서 유일 박사님 문제점을 강조하신다고 말씀드렸죠. 그래서 harmful machine theory가 그렇습니다. 그 문제점을 축으로 해서 비슷한 문제점이 있으니까 있는 경우에는 비슷한 솔루션이 있더라. 문제점을 축으로 해서 하는데 세상의 모든 문제점을 6가지 카테고리로 크게 이제 나눌 수 있습니다. 문제점이 워낙 다양하죠. 자원의 종류하고 거의 같이 분류를 하십니다. 자원도 워낙 다양합니다. 세상에 있는 자원이 뭐죠? 리소스를 트리츠에서는 어떻게 정의하죠? 발명에 활용할 수 있는 세상에 있는 모든 것이죠. 가까이 있는 거면 더 좋겠지만 세상에 있는 모든 것을 6가지로 분류를 하잖아요. 자원의 종류를 6가지로 이렇게 분류하듯이 문제점의 종류도 각 자원하고 관련되어 있는 문제점들이 이렇게 있습니다.
And really, every disadvantage you can very easy define with you can very easy define link with some categories of resources. When I touch very hot temperature, hot temperature it is resources disadvantage corresponded with field. If I see, oh, this object too much big, this disadvantage corresponded with categories of space. And as solution, we can think about similar system, but folding system. We are using of dynamization. Disadvantage can be corresponded with substance. When I smoke that cigarette, I obtain huge amount of harmful substance. And you know, disadvantage corresponds with substance, and we can invent electronic cigarette, we can invent nicotine patch, and electronic cigarette and nicotine patch not consist from harmful substance. This solution use only useful substance, nicotine. And other situation. Resources of time you can memorize if you remember about invention of tea bag. Yeah, because before invention of tea bag, we spent long time for prepare tea, and a reason for invent tea bag was intention decrease time before drinking of tea, and decrease time after drinking of tea, not spend time for cleaning of your kettle. And every disadvantage corresponds with some categories of resources. And as you know, the system have shape of evolution looks like as curve. What main meaning in this model? In this model, we must understand. From this model, we must extract important conclusion. The technique development not linear, and the technique obligatory have some saturation in evolution regarding to some selected parameters. And when we consider evolution of the techniques, we can define three layers in evolution: beginning, middle part, and end part. And in every part, we had different categories of disadvantage. This disadvantage, there is disadvantage suitable for beginning, for young system. There is disadvantage suitable for maturity system, for developed system, for system who very fast grows, and there is special disadvantage for old technical system. Old technical system cannot increase your parameter because this system spent full resources in evolution, and every level of evolution have your specific disadvantage. It was next reasoning for think about classification system of disadvantage.
S 곡선에서 6가지로 구분하고요. 그 중에 한 가지에서 물질에 대한 그거로 쳐도 초기의 물질하고 관련된 초기의 디스어드밴티지와 중기의 디스어드밴티지, 말년의 디스어드밴티지는 좀 다르게 양상이 나타납니다.
And after this was created question, traditional question for modern trees: how much disadvantage we can found in environment? And really, it was absolutely new question 10 years ago, and we begin think about amount of disadvantage, and 5 specialists in solving area begin collected your result in a real project and begin define popular disadvantage. And after this analysis, we extract approximately 100 different disadvantage, popular disadvantage. And after this, we begin follow to logic from function-oriented search. We begin formulate disadvantage with high level of abstracts. High level of abstracts, if we talk about a disadvantage corresponded with substance, we can define, it can be harmful substance. Disadvantage with name harmful substance. Very easy to define what is meant. If I smoke, it is harmful substance. Harmful substance for me, for other people also. If I have stress, I obtain disadvantage harmful field. If I have don't enough time, don't enough space, it is disadvantage. The big dimensions at carrying. Or if I talk about disadvantage correspond with time, it can be general level, long time of process. You can define disadvantage, long time of process. Very popular disadvantage for every industries. And next, categories of information need, for example, this system need to use big amount of additional part. It is disadvantage. And we know it is popular disadvantage. This disadvantage can be killed via using of model of trimming. Today we had consideration about it. And other disadvantage correspond with cost. For example, high cost of recycling. It is too much new disadvantage because only 10 years ago was created problem of recycling of electronic waste, and according to this disadvantage was created new invention, and we include this disadvantage in this list of disadvantage. And when we finished our analysis, we define, we can show only 36 very popular disadvantage, and it will be enough for do classification system of disadvantage. And after this, we can continue our logic by function-oriented search. And if you meet some disadvantage, if you define some disadvantage, and if we have only 36 cells in our classification system, we can create an electronic database about disadvantage. It was absolutely similar logic as in logic and function-oriented search. And 5 specialists, it is my friend Alex Kinin, my friend Boris Lotin, my friend Vladimir Petrov, and my friend Sergei Kavento begin send me materials about your existing projects, and I begin collect this electronic database. And really, via this way, we can solve some problem more fast, too much more fast, as we will use other tools. And in this case, situation will be absolutely similar as situation with function-oriented search. Step number 1, you define disadvantage. Step number 2, you define location of this disadvantage in this matrix. Step number 3, you open cells, and you can see several examples. And from this set, you can find some suitable example who can solve for your problem. But you can use this approach without electronic database also. Only if you will use your reasoning. Similar problem, similar disadvantage. Please create question where you can know this disadvantage. Really, for beginner, it is not so much easy, but I work in my job more 29 years, and I collect in my memory huge amount of examples. But again, we can help for beginner. We can create electronic database, and electronic database can dramatically accelerate increasing of experience and skills in our beginners, users of trees. It was our logic. And according to this logic was created these tools, and according to this logic, we can try illustrate how we can solve some problems.
Try again.
Okay.
그래서 좋습니다. Translation. 간단히만 설명을 드리겠습니다. 6가지 자원의 종류가 있으면 문제점 유형을 36가지로 나눴는데 초기에 주로 나타나는 문제, 중기, 말기에 주로 나타나는 문제로 나눴고요. 예를 들어서 물질이 있다 그러면 초기에는 새로운 물질이 포함되어 있다. 이런 것부터요. 여러 가지가 있습니다. 함플 필드에서부터 시작을 하고요. 자세한 거는
Okay. Main idea. We can deliver some solution from industry 1 to industry 2 if we will use a reasoning. Similar problem, similar disadvantage, similar solution. Let's consider several examples. Okay, it is bigger size. And by the way, it is illustration of what is meant different function but similar disadvantage. You can see problem of umbrella and problem of bed. Umbrella and bed have absolutely different function, right? You can see problem of bicycle. Bicycle, bed, and umbrella have similar disadvantage, too much big size, but absolutely different function. Again, you can consider productivity process of creation of information and transferring from pencil to printer, computer and printer, or using of handmade for cutting of vegetable and using of special equipment, mixer. and using of bicycle, using of muscles, and using of engine, using of motor bicycle. Absolutely different function here, here, and here, but solution. But you see similar disadvantage in every case. Small productivity, small velocity, or you can consider this set of examples. In this set of examples, we can define a similar disadvantage. We use small amount of useful function. Very popular disadvantage. Small amount of useful function. You can recognize almost in every technical system. Small amount of useful function in the bottle, and as solution, you can increase amount of useful function. You can increase function of drinking. Yeah? Very fast increase. And here, absolutely similar set of examples. In this vessel, we define small amount of useful function, and we include here special box for storage of cakes. In this case, in slipper, we define small amount of useful function, and we include in slippers function illumination of floor for using in the night. Again, absolutely different function, but similar disadvantage. It is illustration of this approach, and let me show for you. It is imagine of electronic short transfer.
다 주기능이 다른 제품인데 기능은 다 다른데 문제점은 똑같아요. 그래서 이런 경우에는 그러니까 우산 표량이 부피가 크니까 접는 우산이 나왔고요, 접는 침대 나왔고, 접는 자전거가 나왔습니다. 다 보관할 때 너무 사이즈가 크다, 그 문제를 해결하기 위한 똑같은 문제점이라는 거죠. 또는 뭐 생산성이 낮다라는 거죠. 뭐 어떤 작업을 하는데 너무 오래 걸린다라는 문제, 또는 기능이 부족하다는 문제, 이런 것들을 해결하기 위해서는 똑같은 솔루션이 적용될 수 있다고 합니다.
And you see electronic database. When you do execution of project, you can, most of all, step number one, define location of your disadvantage in this electronic database, and push, click to select the disadvantage, open cells, and read set of example, and big probability you can found suitable prototype for you.
이거를 각 경우마다 유사한 문제면 데이터베이스에 있어서 클릭해서 들어가면 거기 사례들이 쭉 있습니다. 그래서 내가 지금 뭐 너무 커서 문제다, 그런 보관할 때 너무 커서 문제다가 있으면 거기 들어가면 이렇게 보관할 때 작게 보관할 수 있는 여러 가지 방법들이 들어가 있습니다.
But it is one side, one feature of this electronic database, directly function-oriented search. But I mentioned about using of several tools together, and in this database we can use as additional tool for solve a problem via similar disadvantage our tools with name trends of engineering system of evolution. And you see in every cells you see several three bottom. It is more probability trend who can help for you solve a problem with this disadvantage. As I mentioned, we collect huge amount of example from execution of real projects, and we begin define what was applied in every project regarding to every selected disadvantage. And you see result of statistic analysis, and after statistic analysis we begin select only 3 more suitable, more popular trends for solving some problems. And this database have 2 features. One feature, you can obtain first set of example via only definition of your disadvantage. You click to this button and you will obtain some set of examples. Next step, and for example, you create your idea via this approach. Next step, you can click to this button, or this button, and obtain new set of examples, and it can be additional set of prototypes for create idea in your projects also. Because you see result of empirical analysis of execution of projects. Really, it is not absolutely mandatory using of only these 3 buttons. You can use other buttons also, But we try insert in this electronic database more popular, more probability trends who can follow to success in this regarding to every disadvantage.
여기, just, you have to show this page first and then explain about trends.
Okay, maybe. But for this audience, no trends. We have education before you about trends.
요 셀 자체에 링크가 있어서 직접 그 사례들의 데이터베이스가 있는 경우도 있고, 이 경우에 자주 쓰이는 트렌드, 그 모순 행렬 비슷하게 그 경우에 자주 쓰이는 발명 원리가 모순 행렬이잖아요. 답이 있는 게 아니라 타 분야 해결하는 직접 있는 게 아니라 이걸 한번 써봐라, 이 트렌드를 한번 써보면 해결은 나올 수 있을 거다. 이 발명 원리를 써봐라, 나올 수 있을 것이다. 이 경우에 자주 쓰이는 트렌드, 예를 들어서 빅 사이즈 같은 경우에는 다이내미제이션 쓰겠죠. 접어서 집어넣어야 되니까 뭐 그런 것들이 있습니다. 두 가지 방식입니다.
It is design of tools.
네, 문제점이 유사한 문제들은 해결이 유사할 수도 있고요. 사용되는 트렌드, 적용 가능한 트렌드가 유사할 수도 있다. 뭐 그런 두 가지 방식으로 씁니다.
And I not will again explain what is mean trends of engineering system evolution because you obtain education. Trends of engineering system evolution is a set of popular scenarios of evolution of techniques, and for every scenarios we have some useful diagram, and this diagram can help for us very fast calculate probably realistic solution. Okay, it is definition of trends of engineering system evolution. And let's consider algorithm for application of these tools. Algorithm looks like a similar as algorithm application of function-oriented search database. Step number one, we must define disadvantage of technical system. Step number two, we must define location of this disadvantage in this classification system. Step number three, push to boot, open database and see please set of example. And if you not obtain some suitable example, please continue this work in Google, because you can use this approach without electronic database. Looks like as in function-oriented search. You can begin seeing, I must memorize where I can meet this similar disadvantage. But I mentioned for beginner it is not easy, for professional it is not so much difficult. And after this, you can push to other bottom and check 3 trends. But after a long time working in execution of projects, you have feeling who can help for you more fast as to do inspection of database. And this database was created maybe for beginners most of all, not for professional tree solvers with long time application of trees. But let's consider how we can apply it in the practice. Let's consider easy problem with umbrella. Oh, you know, umbrella, by the way, have huge amount of disadvantage. Several years ago, we had project about umbrella, and we found in umbrella 32 disadvantage. And one disadvantage from this list, umbrella can fall down, right? Very popular disadvantage for not folding umbrella. Okay, how we can define this disadvantage according to classification system? Why umbrella fall down? Umbrella fall down because exist gravity fields. In this case, gravity fields, it is harmful fields for umbrella. Umbrella stay near walls, it is not stability, and umbrella can fall down. Okay, clear. We define these cells, we define this disadvantage located with field. It is this area of vertical area of diagram. We select more suitable disadvantage, harmful fields, and we can follow to recommendation from these cells, harmful field, and we can consider several examples where exists similar problem. Oh, similar problem exists for old patient, for old peoples, because old peoples can fall down, and old peoples use some equipment for move, харабуча. Yeah. Harabuja or patient.
할아버지라고 지금 말씀하시는
Harabuja. Or patients after surgery operation. And you can see existing solution in this area. It can be different design of sticks. Oh, why not? We can select this design for us, and we can try do implementation of this example for solving this problem, and use serial solution. Oh, this umbrella kills this disadvantage. This umbrella can state itself without walls. Difficult, not so much difficult. We can obtain solution very fast because we define area of location with system for killing of this disadvantage.
웹포에서도 똑같은데 아까 기능이라고 들어갔던 부분이 문제점이라고 바뀌면 됩니다. 네 분야의 문제점, 우산이 넘어진다가 추상화된 문제점, 어떤 물체가 넘어진다 이렇게 해서 쭉 가요.
Next, let's consider, and you see full way for obtaining this solution, very fast way for obtaining this solution. Define disadvantage, consideration of selected prototypes, selecting of suitable prototype, and creation final solution. Not so much difficult. Let's consider next situation. You know, many company for advertisement use special gift for customer. Special gift for customer with name of company. But how we can define disadvantage here? A small amount of information or small size for create bigger amount of information. And we can continue. We can select as disadvantage small size for information about company, and we can select correct cells, and we can see several marks. One mark it is dynamization, next mark it is monomer poly, next mark it is using of match. Oh, why not? And we can think how we can use it. What does mean dynamization?
지금 문제가 뭐냐면 볼펜에 회사 이름이나 뭐 이렇게 광고 문구를 적는데 쓸 수 있는 공간이 너무 적다는 겁니다. 좀 많이 쓰고 싶은데 우리 뭐 웹사이트도 쓰고 그 문제를 어떻게 해결하느냐.
And you see several examples about application of dynamization. Small size, big size, or system for measure distance. Small size, big size. Oh, we can think about this prototype, and we can define this prototype can be suitable for us. And really, we can use this prototype, and we can create new design of pencil. And here we can include huge amount of information about our company. We can include name, website, set of phones, geographical map with location of our company. Difficult, not so much difficult, because we dramatically accelerate way for obtain solution. And again we obtain similar approach and similar algorithm as it was created in function-oriented search. And by the way, you remember example from yesterday about occasion analysis. Yeah? You remember example with suitcase. Suitcase had problem during analysis. During analysis, we define suitcase had big problem, big size. Yeah? But we can solve this problem very fast. We can define disadvantage. The big period, the big dimensions, the big size during carrying, yeah? And we can select again dynamization. And you remember what does mean dynamization? And dynamization means monolith joint, many joint, using of Right now it is two joint. But you know solution. We can increase amount of join, and final solution you remember. Final solution in this case, it is using of suitcase with 4 wheels. And if you use 4 wheels, you can do revolving in one place. If you use 2 wheels, it is impossible. If you use 4 wheels, it's possible. Okay, we solve this problem immediately because we obtain idea from selected cells. We obtain a recommendation from selected cells. And I apply this tool very often without internet in our project because I can think about disadvantage. I can memorize. I can consider only paper list and define necessary think about harmonization because I select disadvantage. I define disadvantage correspond with harmonization, and it can dramatically accelerate even for me also solving problem and search of some direction for solve a problem. And very often I include a result of application of Hartman machine theory in our example for our customers. Okay, so I can do conclusion. It is not so much difficult, for application, but anyway necessary increase skills of beginner via some intensify of education. And in this case, I can recommend for you maybe continue your education and after level 3 welcome in our company because our company have possibility created education for level 4. Today we have some experience for education for level 4 and several people obtain level 4 via our company during last 2 years, and we have intention continue this service for our customers also. Okay, next topic, we must consider how we can apply physical contradiction regarding to approach of method of analogy, regarding to approach of clone problems. It's possible also. And after break, I'll show for you it.
네, 지금 조금 있다가는 뭘 할 거냐면 진화 트렌드, 진화 이력이 비슷한 문제들은 해결하는데 유사할 수 있다. 또는 진화 트렌드가 진화 히스토리가 비슷한 거는 해결하는데 유사할 수 있다를 할 건데 그 전에 아까 궁금하신 것 중에 여기서 일반화된 문제점에서 타 분야 해결안을 바로 이렇게 올 수도 있고요. 아니면 추천 트렌드를 선정을 해서 이렇게 올 수도 있습니다. 설명드렸었고, 그리고 이런 방법들은 약간 좀 주관적인 부분도 있습니다. 더군다나 영어도 좀 아주 완벽하게 영어로 정리된 부분도 아니기 때문에 약간 주관적인 부분도 있지만 유일 박사님은 막히실 때 문제 풀다가 막히실 때 저 한풀 머신대를 참조해서 또 아이디어 잘 내시고 하시니까 그동안에 워낙 폐제를 좋아하시고 오랫동안 쓰셨기 때문에 거기에서 자기가 얻은 경험들을 축약해서 넣은 부분도 분명히 있으리라고 생각이 듭니다. 아주 체계적이거나 잘 정리되어 있는 상태는 아직 아닌 것 같고요. 그리고 나중에 이제 사수준 이야기를 지금 하셨는데 사수준은 사실은 보통은 교육과정 같은 건 잘 없고 또 어떻게 하냐면 그 바실리가 사수준 아시아 쪽 사수준 인증위원장이기 때문에 바실리를 통해서 많이 조언을 받고 코칭을 받아서 이렇게 인증위원회를 통과해서 인증을 받고 하시는데 아마 향후에는 저희 회사에서 아예 공식적으로 그런 코칭 프로그램이랄까 좀 더 어드밴스 토픽에 대해서 여러 브리지 마스터들, 세계에 있는 브리지 마스터들하고 네트워크 있고 하니까 직접 방문해서 하든 아니면 온라인으로 하든 그 실제로 그 교육과 코칭을 아마 하는 과정을 열리라고 생각이 됩니다. 오케이. 네, 10분간 쉬셨다가 계속